I have Josh Cortez here with Chesapeake Roofing and Restoration at the Northwest Center. Tell me a little bit more about Chesapeake and how you got into this industry.
Yeah, so we've been established for about 2 years now. I myself have been in roofing for about 3 years. I got my start, honestly, after I was in the life insurance industry for 5 years, and when I exited that, I was doing it full time. When I found roofing, it was honestly like a breath of fresh air. I really enjoy the aspect of being able to work with my hands, but still do something professional, do sales, work with people, help others out. And so, whenever Chesapeake Roofing got started, David, Jeremiah, myself, we all actually met at a previous roofing company, the first roofing company I ever started at. David was the co-owner there. Jeremiah was actually the one that taught me a lot of what I know today about roofing. So it's pretty interesting to see how far we've come. We started Chesapeake mainly because there was a lot going on at the previous company that the owner was doing that we really just didn't agree with. We didn't want to have our names tied to that. So it's honestly really been a blessing to have a role here where, we have a lot more of a say in how to operate things, how to build things, and, just really take care of people the way that we want to, And so, we've been rocking strong for going on 2 years now. It started out kind of first David and Jeremiah on their own, and then both of us, or all three of us together. And since then, we've been able to hire on some people. We've built a team. We've actually got a group of new hires right now that just kind of came out of training. They're about a month in, and they've been rocking and rolling. We're really excited for how they've been doing. It's absolutely amazing to see their progress.
It's so great to see whenever you pour yourself into people and actually see their success happening.
For sure.
So tell me a little bit more about how community has helped Chesapeake thrive here at VentureX.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of helpful relationships that we've had here. I've worked at other offices before. I mean, pretty much that's the way every office works, right? You come in and, you have everybody that's there in your organization, but there's always a lot going on. There's a phrase that I love where it says, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. But it's all about, making those connections and meeting different people that can help you, scale what you're doing and go further with what you're doing. We've made all sorts of helpful relationships here at VentureX since we've been here, just as far as other people that can help our personal clients that need help with other things in the industry, helpful things to us in our business. There's things such as insurance, public adjusters, people that we literally are clients of now today and have helped us immensely just because, we work in the same vicinity. So it's honestly really, really interesting, and it's different than all the other workspaces I've ever been in where it's just, a normal office. But I really enjoy the environment here. It's fun.
So something that I'm super excited about is having you be our speaker next week at last Thursday's networking breakfast. So our networking events are aimed to promote the collaboration and the community vibe here that we have at VentureX. What are you going to talk about to the crowd?
A little bit of what we shared today here. I'll talk about our background and how Chesapeake got started, really what we stand for. But really, I want to share a little bit more information about, what we do actually in the industry, how we help homeowners. There's a lot of people out there, most of the clients that we talk to and most homeowners out there, some have never ever had to deal with insurance, right? We have it, but it's a can of worms that most people never really want to open. So as somebody who, we deal with multiple carriers all day, every day, I think it would really be informative and helpful for them to understand how that process works and, different things to look out for if they ever do find themselves in that situation of, oh snap, now we got to call them up,
Yeah, I could imagine that's a really long process sometimes.
It's, it's not necessarily just, getting a contract and hey, cool, now we've got it. There's all sorts of hoops to jump through as far as, getting the claim filed, walking through the actual inspection with insurance, going back and forth with them as far as a lot of different things. And so getting a homeowner from start to finish, it can definitely sometimes be like a 5 to 6 month process if there's a lot of craziness going on. So
so I could imagine how having other insurance agencies and public adjusters here, being able to be a part of a community that not is just here to work with a door to an office, but actually give back and give to each other and receive from each other and help each other grow and thrive has been really, really beneficial to, the success of Chesapeake and for yourself as well.
Absolutely. I think one of the coolest things, honestly, is, whenever we first got here and started working here, y'all have seen the progression of what we've done whenever it was just us in the first office that we had out here. But it's really, really come a long way. We've built a lot. And the coolest part is feeling like, you see these other people that are in there. And like you said, we work with a lot of them. And just to see their growth and progression too. It's funny, I was just thinking about this the other day, but obviously I know you're very passionate and you pour a lot of time and effort into what you do here. And even the other day, I was just kind of thinking, I was like, man, it really is awesome how this is kind of like this little community here in San Antonio, right in the middle of it. And, there's a lot of businesses that are growing out here. And I know there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, but it does feel really cool to be part of this right here.
I would love to hear a little bit more about what you see for your future and for the future of Chesapeake. What's next?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've been primarily working a lot in residential, and that's absolutely amazing. But one of my biggest goals this year for the business is to bust open that door for commercial work and actually, start helping a lot of businesses and business owners with the things that they need. A lot of times these business owners, we're all trying to save money out here, and sometimes we kind of let it slip away from us, and it'll just be one of those things that you put a bandage on until you absolutely need to. So I'm really, really excited to kind of get that going and start scaling the business that way. We had a really, really good amount of success last year, and my goal is to essentially at least double it this year. So we're fired up.
Those are great goals. I love that. And honestly, we've absolutely loved having you as a part of our community, having Chesapeake as a part of our community. I'm so excited for next week, last Thursdays. We're going to have you from 8:30 to 10 a.m. Last Thursday there. Every month, we do a networking event where there's almost 100 people that come and show our support for our community. And we're really excited to have you be our speaker.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time.